Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. So today's video is going to be a quick video on Refuge medical gear. So this gear is by Grindstone Ministry, or rather Bear Independent. Some of you seen the interviews we've done together, and me going out to Kentucky to actually meet the guy. Well, actually to go work out in Kentucky, but met him as well. Outstanding guy. That being said, guys, his medical gear. Now, this here is his first aid kit. I think this is more like a mini trauma kit, but that's my opinion. His first aid kit, he sent me this about a year ago, and I've been meaning to do videos on it, and I never got around to it. But now that I got some free time because I'm out of work, why not? With that being said, guys, he sent me this. This is his stomp bag. This stomp bag, guys, is like a hospital on your back. This thing is filled in every pocket. Now, this is the Condor 3-day assault pack that all the medical gear is in. This is pretty good. I mean, not even pretty good. It's an outstanding bag. This bag has almost everything you need, to take care of somebody that is severely hurt, as long as you know what you're doing with the gear inside the bag. That's the other thing, guys. Medical training for gear like this, you have to have it. You have to have the experience, or you have to get trained. You can't just do it on your own. You can't go, well, you know what, I'm going to get me a stomp bag and then hope for the best. No. If you get yourself a stomp bag, you get yourself a first aid kit, you got to take a medical course, guys. A medical course on how to use the gear in this bag. Now, I know Bear Independent, his company rather, they offer medical training or medical kit training and stop bleed courses and things of that nature. I know Patriot Nurse, she also offers medical training as well, and Skinny Medic, he also offers medical training as well. Now, I mentioned those three because I followed Bear for a while with his medical training website, if you will, and the things he's mentioned on his videos. I mentioned him, so I'm going to trust that he has people that know what they're doing. Patriot Nurse, clearly she was a nurse. I don't know if she's still practicing. And Skinny Medic, again, he has the background as well. Now, my background in medical is BLS, which is basic life support. So I am the lowest level medically trained personnel in comparison to Patriot Nurse and Skinny Medic, who I think is a paramedic. So with that, guys, a lot of the stuff in this bag I know how to use, and some of the stuff in the bag I never used but know how to use. That being said, guys, do not take a medical course online. You have to get hands-on training. You cannot go through the motions online. It does not work out that way, and it will not work out in your better interest. When you actually see it working in person, in real time, you're like, oh shit, that's why this happens and that happens. So I would absolutely take a medical course in person. Now, this, I said before, is a first aid kit. This first aid kit is more like a mini trauma kit. I know that a lot of people call it, a first aid kit. I would probably call it an intense first aid kit, or again, a mini trauma kit, because it comes with a tourniquet, right? So to me, anything that comes with a tourniquet, guys, is now upgraded to a trauma kit. Again, that's just my opinion. With this bag, guys, again, first of all, this bag's not heavy. Let me throw that out there. This bag is not heavy, but this bag has so many medical items in it, it's out of control. Now, here's the kicker, guys. You are paying a pretty penny for this, and even this. This is about $200, and if I'm not mistaken, this is about $1,900. They're expensive. They're expensive with a purpose. You cannot chintz on medical gear at all. You can't buy fucking cheaply made shit in China. You have to, unfortunately, guys, for medical gear, if you're looking to prep with medical gear, you got to spend some money. Now, not on everything, not on every piece of medical gear, but things that are going to save your life and or help, you got to spend the money. You can't spend cheap money on tourniquets, for example. You got to get middle of the road or high grade tourniquets. Cheap tourniquets will break. You can't get shitty, cheap Band-Aids, guys, because they'll never stick to the skin. The adhesive sticks on the Band-Aids, they don't work. Then you got shitty medical grade 4x4s or gauze that are just garbage. They sort of, what is that called? They sort of like leave lint behind, right? Those gauze. So again, guys, you get what you pay for in the medical field. A lot like everything else in life, but the medical field, guys, I wouldn't chintz on. Now, like I said, I know that that's a pretty penny. And yes, some of you guys are going to argue you could build your own. You absolutely could. You could build your own and probably pay a little more, or you could build your own and pay a little less. But for those that are going to build their own, like myself, right? I have my own medical trauma bag in my car. That's the one I built when I worked for EMS and fire. I know what I'm doing. Those of us who know what they're doing, we can absolutely build our own medical kit. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's safer to go with people who know what the fuck they're doing. Again, Skinny Medic and Patriot Nurse. I don't know about Patriot Nurse, but I know Skinny Medic, he offers medical kits as well. And they are pretty much all the same, guys. They're on the level, they're squared away, and those are medical kits you should get. Plus, buying medical gear takes the headache away from you having to try to figure out what you need. That's the other thing. Now, again, for those of us that have been in the field, we know what we need. But for those of you that haven't been in the field and are acquiring about trying to build one, just buy one. And you could buy one and then build a second one for yourself. Works that way. Right, guys? So with that, let me read a letter that Bear actually put in the pack. It was a touching letter, but nonetheless, it was a letter. So it says, to Jason Charles, aka Angryprepper. You are the best black friend any white guy can have. You are my Negro. Love, Bear Independent. P.S. Oh, look at that. P.S. We love your angry burgers. Can you please make more? Awesome letter. Straight to the point, and you know, he dives right in. Just fucking with you guys. So this letter is actually a medical refuge content list. This list, guys, the content list, I told you how much shit was in this bag. This content list is 2.5 pages long. So it's 2.5 pages of a lot of content in there, guys. I mean, I'm going to do a separate video on both these packs. Well, this pack and this medical kit. And I'm going to break down on a table what everything looks like spread out. I'm probably going to need a huge table for this, but I definitely have a smaller table for this trauma kit or first aid kit here, guys. Like I said, this bag, this is insane. This is insane how long this list is. Like I said, they got advanced surgical kit here, guys. If you don't know what you're doing with surgical equipment, you should definitely get trained. If you don't know what you're doing with stop bleeding, you should definitely get trained. When they send you this content list, you're gonna look through it and go, holy shit, I need some training. With that, guys, I'm definitely gonna take a stop bleed course with Bear Independent, but I'm also looking to see if Skinny Medic has one, and I might even travel out to Patriot Nurses, wherever the hell she holds hers. But getting a sense of different training is also better too, guys, because not everybody does everything the same. Now, I was raised as an EMT here in New York City. What you learn in EMS school and what you do out in the streets are two totally different things. The same goes for the real world, guys. What you do in somebody's course, what you do in a classroom is not what you're gonna do out here. Sometimes, in a lot of cases, you have to improvise. So know that just because you're following the let's say state handbook on trauma care, that is not always going to work. Sometimes you have to improvise to save a life. All right, guys, so other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Prepper channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.